ISRL Tier 3 season finale. It's the final race in our Season 1 championship. It's 1 week after everyone else because of a PlayStation issue before the Austrian Grand Prix. Everything got delayed. And yeah, now here we are. It's the final round. The championship has already been decided. Our championship winner, Jer, who's not on track yet, winning this championship, a little bit over a 40-point lead, I believe, coming into this circuit. So it's not even a possibility that he loses. He's got that clinched as of last race, and now it's a little bit of a victory lap here. We do have dynamic weather on, so that may come and play a bit of a role in the race later, but for now it's nice and sunny outside as our drivers are heading out for qualifying for the first time. I will just sit back for a second. I will let you enjoy the sights and sounds of this early qualifying as I just adjust my audio setting just a tiny bit, and there you go. Perfect. So I'm just going to get this stream shared on Facebook. Please enjoy this out lap and subsequent qualifying lap from Vasilevsky in the Renault. All right. That's it. Everything's shared on our Facebook page. Our first couple of laps have been put in. Vasilevsky, ooh, who is that in the Haas? Going very wide. That's Havoc having a bit of a problem there early on the racetrack. That's just after turn 1 and 2. And it looks like there's a Ferrari as well. That might be Kloonberg who's in the grass. So a little bit of a cold track here. It seems to be catching some drivers off guard as Kloonberg spins, Havoc spins early on in qualifying. Northman right now with the best lap so far. Let's get our tire data out here. So on their best, that's a soft tire run from Northman. 127.4 is the current provisional pole time. On a hot lap right now, and look at that. That's Ivor Bryn Mike, who is in P3 on that medium compound tire in the Red Bull machine there. He's coming around. He's going to be diving into the pits as he gets off that medium compound tire and begins another lap. Yuri here, who has a invalidated lap time already, unfortunately for him. Kloonberg, who spun a little bit earlier, just getting around to the back straight here as he's going to try and attempt another lap. Jordan JT in the Racing Point, I believe he's coming to the end of his lap. So 123 is going to be a little bit close there. Competitive lap time so far from the Racing Point goes P2. That's a 128.392. Takes second place away from the Haas of Havoc. Puts himself in a nice spot for the start of this Grand Prix. In the back here, still a couple of guys. These guys, I believe, are all on their in-laps. And that's Killing for Cash on an out lap right here. He just got out of the pits. Is Yuri going to go for another lap? He is. So Yuri Skokak on that medium compound tire going for another lap right away. He invalidated his last one. We're going to see if he can improve. Well, I mean, anything's an improvement over no time, but we're going to see what he can do to improve his fortunes here. That car is a little bit wobbly, as you can see him jerking it a little bit. Kind of a nervous car here. That's very important to get that car stable and consistent through those S's, but looks like he's got that down pat. Looked like he was just a little bit nervous coming off the straights. And it shows that he's got it down pat. He gets the fastest sector 2 here, and going into, where's my my little track map here? I gotta pull this up. Coming around to the end though through Club Corner, we're going to see where he stands. He is on the medium tire. We're not expecting a lap that's going to take pole, and in fact he's going to be a little bit further than that. Looks like he's going P8, just ahead of Fallen Monkeys, and that's 138.55. Sorry, and yeah, that's good for P8. Vazlovsky sets P9 on the hard tires just now. Kloonberg is on a hot lap. No, he's not. So he's going to dive back into the pits, not wanting to set a lap time that's too hard to beat on those medium tires. Jer, our championship winner, he's coming around the S's here and going to start his hot lap shortly. We're going to stay tuned to this Racing Point. His teammates in P2 right now. He's got good hopes to beat him, even on that medium compound tire. He's a very, very quick driver. And as he starts his lap, we're going to have to see if he can nail all those corners. I do expect him to put that Racing Point near the front on that harder tire compound. We've seen him do it before. And that's a yellow flag in Sector 2. I believe that's just a Williams letting a faster car go by. And here he goes through turn 1, very steady in that car as you see him going all the way through turn 2 into the first hard braking zone of this lap. Much like a few of the corners here on Silverstone, you can take slightly different lines through these corners, not lose too much time. Another good example is the one coming up here, and it looks like taking the fastest line that he can here. Nice exit around here. You don't want to get in that gravel or on the curb too much. It's going to slow you down. Does a good job of avoiding the curb altogether here, and not going to lose any time on that as he's coming through this very nearly flat out right-hander. Used to be the old turn 1 on the old after the old pitch straight, and through Magus and Beckett's we're going to see you can hug the curb a little bit tighter than that, so there's still some time left on the table here for this Racing Point machine. And going down the back straight, the DRS flap is open. You want to really pull this car through this corner right here. You can take a very wide exit. The game's going to let you. You can really ride that curve. You can see all 4 wheels going over the curb, but no DNF. And through this final set of corners, he's at a 122 here. This is a very competitive lap. And coming around in the 127s, yes, 127.5, P2, right ahead of his teammate here. So just 0.1 off pole from Northman, but Northman, remember, he's on that soft compound tire. So just like I said, very, very competitive lap from Jer here, as Ivor Bryn Mike right behind him goes P3 on the soft tires. So getting that Red Bull machine up into good positions as well. I believe is that Vazlovsky on the back straight. Kloonberg looks like he's having a little bit of another problem here. Not really finding that right setup, it seems. Vazlovsky's going to dive back into the pits. We have a bit of a slow-moving set of cars on the back straight. There's the Haas and Muddock just going very slow, letting everyone by. Jordan GT is going to start his first hot lap on the soft compound tire. We're going to see where he can put that racing point. Still a lot of guys who have not set a lap time with only 6 minutes left to go. Ooh, what's happening for Muddock here? He lets another guy by, but going through the pit entrance. In real life, that's going to get you penalized. Luckily, we don't really have any rules against it as long as you let the other car by safely. And starting his first hot lap. So like I was saying, a lot of cars who have not set a lap, and that's a car who's definitely not going to set a lap. That's like Kovacic, who DNFs here. We're going to ride on board with Havoc, who's coming up to him right now. What's happening here for the Williams driver? And through the S's, oh yeah, looks like he just got loose, hit that wall on the right-hand side of the circuit as Havoc DNFs, or not DNFs, sorry, but DSQs that lap time. So that's another try for him. Still 5 minutes left. He has time to dive into the pits, change his tires, and then get right back out there. So it's not a big deal, but it's always nice to get another try. Muddock has disqualified his lap as well. He's gonna have to go all the way around and try again. The Deck, Biku, and Killing for Catch, still no laps made. These guys are just waiting in the pits. I don't know if they want to start at the back or if they think they're going to have a better strategy on the harder tire compound. They don't want to risk it. They don't want to maybe get 10th and then they have to start on the mediums or use the mediums or use softs. So they're just going to stay in the pit for now. With 4 minutes left, we might see them try to put in one quick lap when the track is at its peak. But Jordan JT, I believe he did save on that lap, but not enough to get himself back up the order. As yeah, those tires are a lap old already, or this might be just the start of his hot lap, as he's pushing very hard. We're gonna get the telemetry data up, and no, so I think he's trying again. So probably made a mistake on that hot lap before. Wants to give another go on this same set of tires. Very interesting track when it comes to tire wear. You can make those mediums last quite a while, but the softs not as much. It can be a one-stop. Most drivers electing for a two-stop here normally, especially with the risk of rain. You don't want to be get caught out by the rain right after putting on a set that should last you to the end of the race. So some drivers elect, if there's rain on the horizon, to just go and maybe do a soft and see what happens then. Jordan, though, looks like this lap time is good so far. He's not pushing as hard as he could. He's on high mix here in the straightaway. He's not sure he's going to dive back into the pits, and yeah, he is going to dive back into the pits. So just pushing as hard as he can to try to get back, get those new tires on. That's a very slow moving McLaren. You're going to want to get off the racing line here, as there's a Williams coming by. We're going to see him go right through the background there. That's Yuri on his out lap. Yeah, so he's going through the S's here, about to start his hot lap. He's got a 1:38.55 so far. You want to improve that. That's in P12 there. Looks like our top times here are all going to be in the mid to high 127s, unless these guys can pull out soft tires, maybe beat their time by a couple tenths. But it's looking like we're starting to see a little bit how this grid is going to shake up. Fallen Monkey's in P8. He's in the pits currently. Not sure if he's going to go out for another lap. He must be content with P8 for Alfa Romeo here. He's starting, middle of the field, not too far back that he risks getting collected by turn 1 incidents, but still towards the front enough that he can kind of take advantage of anything that may happen and also be in a good position of fight should it come to that. Tire strategy right now, looks like everyone's going out on the soft tires, or they're in the pits with the soft tires equipped. When it comes to actual starting tire, we're going to see a medium tires from Jer, Catastrophic, and Blend Machine here in the top 10. Not sure if that's going to change. We see a Ferrari going out. I believe that is Catastrophic. And So he's going to go for another lap on that soft tire. He's not happy with 6th place. He wants to go back up there. Jordan JT here going slow, just letting Kloonberg by. Kloonberg, with his best lap times, a 1:44 on the soft tires right now. Is he on a hot lap? He is on a hot lap. So Kloonberg pushing hard, trying to catch up to his teammate who's in P6 currently. Catastrophic, definitely beating Kloonberg so far in terms of results this season. The season's coming to an end. They haven't been teammates for all of it. They've only been riding in the same car here for about 2 weeks or so. But so far, Catastrophic has had the upper hand here. So Kloonberg's going to have to push hard and kind of show who's boss here ahead of Season 2. All of these drivers, or most of these drivers, are going to be racing with us in Season 2. I think there's only one here who's who will not be so far, being Bigu in the Alfa Romeo. They won't all be in Tier 3. A lot of these guys are moving up to Tier 1 and Tier 2, which is going to be in this current time slot. And so we're going to see all these guys in action. So everyone's just really eager to finish the season off on a strong note. We're starting next Saturday with Season 2. So we have a week to get everything ready, get everything sorted, and get Season 2 underway. And Kloonberg is getting the end of his season underway. That's P5 for the Ferrari. Beats his teammate, pushes him down to P7. But Catastrophic is on a hot lap here. He's rounding the final corner, so he's going to come to the finish line just in time to get one final lap in. You don't want to disqualify this one. You're not going to get another shot. And as he goes around doing that, looks like, oh, that's Havoc having a spin here right on the last corner, just pushing a little bit too hard. And I don't know if he got through the line there and actually set a lap, but looks like whatever he set isn't going to count for much. That's a McLaren of Northman, not able to improve his time. Killing for Cash in the back. So actually, we did notice this last week. Oh, as Killing for Cash goes around, and he's going to lock those tires up. Keeps it out of the barrier. Very well done from the Red Bull driver to avoid damage. He's going to retire. No chance to get another lap in. But as we noticed last week, the timer that we get as commentators is not the same as the ones that the drivers get. So we will see that timer hit 0, and a couple of drivers still go through to set a lap time. Ooh, Jer and Muddock here. Not sure what's happening there. Jer really wants to get that lap time. Muddock wants to get a lap in as well. But that's not how you do it. You can't be fighting on track like that. You're both going to cost yourselves time. Coming around the line here, that's Jordan JT who goes faster, goes into P2, beats his teammate with a 1:27.428, so he's right behind Northman, just 0.01 behind pole position here. Blinn Machine coming around the final bend here. Is he going to improve his lap time? He's 1.1 seconds down on it, and he's going to go P3. Blinn Machine beating Jer as well. And now no, that's not Northman. That's Stunik who crosses the line, goes 8th fastest. So Stunik getting himself into that top 10 on the medium tire compound. Jer coming around here, going through these final couple of corners. We're going to see if that battle with Muddock cost him any time. I think it did. He was definitely on a better split coming through here last time, but he's going to come around here. Oh, no, it's not. So 1:27.0 for Jer, takes pole position by more than a little bit. So looks like Muddock did not influence his lap time at all, and Muddock, for his efforts, gets 13th place. And I believe that's the last of the cars who has to go here. Catastrophic not finishing his final lap time. He's going to start P10 on the medium tires, unless nothing, because I believe only Bigu here is still on the track, and he's not even pushing. So he's going to be done his lap. Looks like that's the end of qualifying here in Silverstone. The end of the final qualifying session of Season 1 Tier 3, and the end of the final qualifying session for ISRL Season 1 in general. So as we're waiting for this timer to expire here and Bigu to get back on track, back into the pits, we're just going to take a quick look at our grid. Jer starting in pole position for, I don't know, the umpteenth time this season. He's been starting on the front row more times than I can count. Northman in P2, Jordan JT P3, Blinn Machine P4, Ivory Bryn Mike in P5, his first race as a reserve driver. Kloonberg and Havoc are are going to be starting behind him. P6, P7, Joseph Cozy in P8. As Studik and Catastrophic, they round out your top 10 on that final fifth row of the grid. After that, Fallen Monkeys, Damsey, Muddock, Vezlovsky, Yuri, and I didn't catch the rest of that before my screen changed. Point being, we're going to see some interesting action here. We have some very fast drivers starting a little bit deeper in the grid. We have Sophion, I believe, starting in P20, who joined just after qualifying started because everybody readied up. And Sophion starting at the back. He's going to be trying to catch up to Jer. And looks like Jer says it's going to be dry but cloudy. So cloudy race, at least at the start now. It is possible for that rain to come in and affect the race a little bit later on. When you start here and you see the weather forecast, it doesn't show you the whole race all the time. Or sometimes it will show you the whole race, but it'll get it slightly wrong. And as we're going to load into here, the Britain multiplayer race Tier 3 is going to go for the final round. As I've mentioned earlier, this championship's already wrapped up. Jer has clinched first place. Blinn Machine is in second place. I do want to say he's basically clinched it as well, in the sense that whoever's in third has to, pass him and finish ahead of him and win the race. In order to really to stand a chance at passing him. Ivory Bryn Mike says he lost a lot of time in Sector 2. Brake marker was gone. Possibly a reason why we saw a couple of other drivers not complete a competitive lap time at the end there. Sophion left the session. Hopefully that's just a disconnection issue. But we saw a lot of drivers go out for a lap at the end, not finishing it, possibly going wide there at the end of Sector 2, just like Ivor Bryn Mike is saying, and maybe just missing their braking point a little bit, deciding not to go on with that lap. It wouldn't make sense. Not sure who took it out. We did see a couple of spins here. We're going to head on our formation lap. Jer's going to take the field through here. Can I get another camera type? Apparently not, so it looks like we're going to ride on board here. So Sophion, I guess Sophion might have been stuck as a spectator. Oh, Jamer Mario ended up joining at the last minute. I thought he wasn't going to be here. Looks like he's not in his usual seat. He's going to be in the Renault. No worries there. Looks like he just joined a little bit late, probably after qualifying had started. Sorry, Sophion. I got him in, and then I told him, oh, we have no more room, and I was like, oh, never mind, we do got room. And then I forgot that Jamer Mario joined in, so looks like he won't be racing with us. That's okay. Jamer Mario is going to be starting at the back of the grid. Looking here, yeah, like Jer said, it's going to be a little bit cloudy, but there's a lot more sun than I expected. I highly doubt we're going to be seeing any rain here in this British Grand Prix. Looks like it's going to be a very dry track, but that doesn't mean dynamic weather can't come and affect things a little bit. There's always track temperature changing with the clouds, and just the way that certain tracks, as you can see right here, the S's are a little bit cloudier than the straight. That's going to change the track temperature a little bit. As a result, it's going to change the way your tire handles that track surface, and then it might actually, just come and really mess your race up, as you think you have a little bit more grip. Take that turn a bit more aggressively, and then whoop, there goes the back end. You spin out, you're out of the race, and there's a safety car, and everything starts to change. So this doesn't mean we won't see drama in this race. This doesn't mean we won't see action. All this does mean is that it won't be due to the rain. The drivers are going to have to drum that up themselves. We have a couple of cars here who've apparently made contact with each other starting on the grid. Joseph Kozy and Stunik getting a little bit tangled. Vezlovsky and Bigu as well. We can see them sitting on the grid there. They're going to have nice cold tires. It's going to be very fun going into turn one. It's a high-speed corner. You really need to get that tire temperature warmed up as our leaders coming around the final bend here, about to get ready for the last 26 laps of ISRL Season 1. We are back with Season 2 next week. We were supposed to have a week break, being this week. This race got pushed back though, so we're going to be back next week. All 4 tiers are starting, with the weekday tiers starting the Wednesday after that. So starting on Saturday, it's technically May 16th. It's going to be May 17th for the tiers 1 to 3 on Sunday. And as we're getting ready here for the red lights, our drivers are going to be revving their engines, and they're off. So here we go here in Silverstone. Good start from Blin Machine in that McLaren. Good start from Jordan GT as well, as he gets around the Mercedes of Northman, who drops a little bit. There's some tangling in the back. A lot of guys going off track. No one losing it. Oh no, that's Stunik who's actually spun it here. Not sure if that was contact or not, but the Northman starting to drop back, hold back as Stunik and Ivor Bryn Mike as the 2 racing points racing off in the distance already. So Jared getting a very good start, and his teammate sticking close behind him. And if no one can catch up Jared with that strong pace on he's always had an explosive first stint. So really running those tires hard. Blin Machine's out of the session. I'm not sure what happened there in the back. And oh, there's a lot of contact here. Yeah, so Blin Machine's completely out. Fallen Monkeys is out as well, making contact probably with another car. I'm really not sure what happened there. That was completely in the back off camera. We have a VSC as the stewards attempt to clean that debris up. But Fallen Monkeys with a wheel missing. Blin Machine as well with a wheel missing. We're going to have to wait and see what the drivers say to that one. We're going to try to bring one of them in here. And apologies for the interruption of the broadcast. Let's try to get Fallen Monkeys or Blin Machine here. PlayStation loves to take a very long time for everything to load, so apologies for not saying anything. Don't worry, they're just under VSC. And we're going to load back in here. Just sent an invite to Blin Machine. See if you can join in. We're going to try to see what happened there. PlayStation, please let me get back to my broadcast. Let me get back to my race. I see some people pitting. I believe that's as Stunik. And I love how long PlayStation takes to load everything. So Stunik in the pit, Joseph Kozy in the pit. Jordan GT still very close to his teammate. In the back here, looks like Kloonberg's getting close to Northman, as that safety car has spread out the field just a little bit. Bigu up into P9 after starting near the back, and Jamer Mario up into P16 after starting dead last. We have a yellow flag though in Sector 1. I believe that's Jamer Mario, who's, oh, look at that car. He lit up those rear tires or something when he spun. That car is just very unsettled right now. No luck for him, but he is going to hold on to P16. He's still a pit stop ahead of Stunik and Joseph Kozy. Damsey in P8. I know Stunik really wanted to beat him and pass him in the points, so he's going to have to hope for a safety car or something that's going to bring this field back up together. Looks like Ivor Bryn Mike, though, catching up to this Racing Point duo here. Very fast. He was 1.4 seconds back at the start of this lap. He's 0.4 seconds back here going through the end. Oh, the deck is out of the session. So what happened to the deck? And oh, the deck has lost it in the S's, and that's a safety car. So right after a VSC restart, we're going to get a safety car here. And yeah, the deck, same place that we saw Yuri lose it in qualifying. So that's 3 cars out already with only 3 laps done. Blin Machine has left the session. We're going to try to get Fallen Monkeys here as we're under safety car. We have a little bit more time to invite everyone. Let's try to get Fallen Monkeys into this... into here. We're going to see what happened. And yeah, I'm really not sure what happened between Blind Machine, Fallen Monkeys. Fallen Monkeys' damage came on the left side of his car, so that indicates possibly just contact with another car, an unrelated incident to the Blind Machine when they were on separate parts of the track. So, not sure what exactly transpired, what led us to get a double retirement here in lap 1, but we're under a safety car here in lap 3. This is good news for Jamer Mario, who gets to pit off of those cooked medium tires. It's good news for Astunik and Joseph Cozy, who had that early incident. Now they're on the high tires. They don't have to pit until the end of the race, and they're going to be able to catch up to that field, really, and get a better chance on the restart. They're essentially a pit stop ahead of everyone, unless the field pits here before they can catch up. And Fallen Monkeys has joined us in the. I'm just gonna see if we can hear you on the stream here. Monkeys, you there? Not bad at all. I'm just gonna test. Apparently, we couldn't hear you last week. No, apparently we don't hear you this week. So, do you know how to change your audio settings for that? Alright, now I'm just gonna go make sure that my audio settings are right as well. And, yeah, include share party audio. Okay, so it should be okay. Just in case it's, though, what happened there with that incident, we didn't catch it, it was off camera. Okay. Alright, so if, just in case his mic is still not broadcasting, trying to avoid an incident between Blind Machine and the Mercedes. So like I thought, it was two unrelated incidents there. You didn't make any contact with Blind Machine, and just unfortunately getting himself in the path of another car, took his wheel out. And that's the end of his British Grand Prix, end of his Tier 3 Season 1. It's alright, he's going to be back next season in Tier 2. Yeah, so Blind Machine, was that as well his car DNF on the racetrack? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so yeah, so Blue Machine retiring from that contact with the Mercedes. I believe that was Northman, as Sunik was very far back, and he has pitted. But Monkeys, thank you for joining us. Hopefully Season 2 goes a little bit better than this race, and we will see you next week for the Australian Grand Prix. Thank you. Now, safety car is in this lap. It's the leader is letting the field bunch up here as he lets the safety car go in the pit, but it is in the pit now, so he should start accelerating shortly, and I think he is accelerating now as he just guns it out of that corner. Is he going to leave his, and actually, look, Jordan is in the lead. I'm not sure when that happened, but Jordan is ahead of Jer, and I completely missed that. I don't know if they swapped spots or if it happened right before the safety car went out, but I missed that completely, and it looks like Jer is going to be 1.6 seconds of Jordan, as Jordan just got the jump on him off of that start. And they're coming through, oh geez, there you go. Sorry, going through Aintree right here, I had my checklist pulled up, and it all of a sudden closed on me, and I got really confused. Ivor Bryn looks like he's falling a little bit back. He had a lot of pace there, possibly just not getting the heat in the tires as well as he could have under safety car. He's sitting 1.2 seconds back of Jer, who's sitting 1.2 seconds back from the leader. Looks like Damsey and Catastrophic here are going to swap places in the back. That Toro Rosso making the move done on the Ferrari through Luffield. And and through Woodlands, Copes looks like, Woodlands and Copes looks like Damsey is going to stay ahead. He hangs on to P5. Catastrophic going down to P6, and he's going to have Biku for company here as he gets the grass just a little bit. Biku is going to be pushing back behind him. Muddock on the rear of that Haas as well. We have a lot of fast cars here who have fallen to the back. As Northman pitted for the hard tire, so Northman opting for that early pit stop, giving up track position in favor of having a pit one last time. Kozlowski and Kloonberg are fighting in the back. Kloonberg going very wide there, and he's going to cut across both the Renault and the Mercedes. We're going to have to see if any action is going to come from there, as Stunik here is going to lose a lot of time as he started battling with Kozlowski for the end. And no, Jamer Mario spinning it again. So his setup just not working for the Renault here. Oh, watch out. Oh, he's very lucky ghosting was on, as Joseph Cozy has to take major avoiding action. Not sure what happened to Joseph Cozy off that restart, but it wasn't good as he falls back. Jared Thayer starting to catch up to his teammate, leaving Ivor Bryn Mike on the doorstep just a little bit there. In the rear view mirror, not the doorstep, just a little bit there. And 1.7 seconds back, and that gap is increasing. So Jer using that toe from his teammate, using that you're going to be using that DRS soon. It's not open yet, as we all know. It takes 3 seconds after the safety car comes in to get that DRS enabled. Should happen here as we enter lap 7 at the end of this current lap, but for now they're gonna have to rely on Toe, and Jared getting very close to his teammates. He's gonna be close enough to make a move into Stowe. He's going down the hangar straight, getting closer, but he's gonna hold on here. There's no reason to make that move for him. He's got the championship sealed already. He could stay back behind his teammate the whole race, give him the big W, and still be just as far ahead as he was when he started this race, since his closest competitor, Balloon Machine, has DNF, but through here, you can see he's the faster car. He's on no ERS here and is still catching up. Jordan JT must be feeling the pressure from his teammate here. And through Village, through the loop here, he's just going to stay close, try to set up that pass. Oh, Catastrophic having a big moment there. Catastrophic is going to fall all the way down the grid, and as he rejoins the track, he's going to go from P6 to P15. So disastrous moment for Catastrophic. He got wing damage as well. He's going to have to pit to change that. I'm not sure if he got tapped or if he got that wing damage on the wall, but either way, that's Catastrophic out of contention for this race. Dropped all the way back behind Astunik, and he's far behind Astunik as well. Jordan doing a good job holding off his teammate as they both go through Cobb's corner here, actually increasing that gap ever so slightly, and we get a yellow flag in Sector 2. I don't see what that's for. I didn't see anybody spin out, but we're seeing two distinct group here start to form. We got our top 5 starting to get away from the rest of that field, and then we have Bigu, who's in P6, holding up that second half a little bit. Jared and Jordan, they're going to swap spots down the hangar straight. Very easy switch for the two teammates. Jordan not making Jared's life any harder than it has to be. He did hold him behind for 2-3 laps. He's got to be happy about that. But as DRS opens here and these cars start getting a little bit of assistance in the overtaking department, that position wasn't going to hold very long. But props to Jordan here as he's even holding back Ivor Bryn Mike, who's starting to feel the heat from Havoc in the Haas a little bit behind him. So as we're seeing here, yeah, we're going to see two groups of battle going on in the top 5. Jordan's going to try to hold on to his teammate. He's doing that very well so far, but he doesn't want to exhaust his tires, doesn't want to exhaust his battery. And we have another car dropping back here. That's Ikovacic and Bigu, who got a little bit tangled up, and Kloonberg getting ahead of them. We're going to tune into that battle in just a second, but Havoc getting very close to Ivor Bryn Mike. Thought about maybe trying to launch one down the inside, but he's not close enough. And going, Fallen Monkeys has left the session. Okay, he's already out here. He was just spectating. But look at this. Havoc getting a very good run on Ivor Bryn Mike. We have Muddock, who spun it in the back, got tangled up with Ikovacic. And that's going to give Joseph Cozy the position. It's going to slow down Ikovacic quite a bit. We're just getting incident after incident here as this field starts to spread. and Catastrophic in the pits as predicted. He's on the back foot. Oh, look, Havoc goes down the inside. We're going to go side by side through this corner here. Going for the switchback. Iverbryn Mike he's going to have the outside line, but no, Iverbryn Mike's going to hop into the pits here, saying that's enough on these soft tires. If you're going to start challenging me, I'm going to go for the undercut. He's going to give up track position. He's going to put either the hard or the mediums on, and he's going to leave this battle here in the front. Good decision here from Iverbryn Mike not to lose too much time. He's going to be able to put the medium tires on. Only 17 laps to go here at this British Grand Prix, and he should be able to get maybe even a bit of an undercut. Great strategy from Iverbryn Mike. We're going to see if that pays off. It's going to drop him far down the field. We're going to tune in here in the back. Looks like Northman getting the position on Killing for Cash. Kloonberg is his next target up the road. He has wing damage though, so somewhere along the way through fighting back, that Mercedes has picked up wing damage. And as we know, he was fighting at the front. He pitted early to get those hard tires on to avoid having to pit again. And as it stands right now, he's in a great position, only about 15 or so seconds back to the leader. He's in the second group of cars here, and he's definitely within a pit stop's gap to our two leaders. And if he gets that pace steady, if that front wing damage does not affect him too much, as Jarrett and Jordan start to pit here very close, and we're seeing actually fighting again. Jordan gets past his teammate, so Jordan not saying no just yet. He's going to get past Jarrett again. They're both on the soft tires. Remember, Jarrett had P2 on the mediums, decided to set a lap time on the softs to get P1. Maybe that's going to bite him here as we're going to the later stage of that race, because his teammate has pace that I don't think either of them would have expected, really fighting for that win. Great race from Jordan already. This has been absolutely incredible. And the two teammates are still fighting. Jared most likely taking just a little bit easy here, trying to get the maximum points for the team, but he can't take it too easy because look at Havoc getting very, very close to them. Havoc also showing excellent pace so far today. So just seeing all these drivers compete, it's got me very excited for Season 2. We're going to see a lot of guys there battling through all of our tiers here. I think we're going to get a very, very competitive set of drivers. And yeah, so we're going to get a three-way fight for the lead underway soon. Damsey would love to get into this battle. He would love to have a say in it. He's 2.8 seconds back, 2.7 seconds back. He's getting a little bit closer lap after lap. Not sure if that's enough, but you have to keep in mind Damsey is on that medium tire compound. He's on the better strategy. So after these guys here, they should start pitting very soon. We've seen people pit off the softs already, and it looks like Havoc is going to be the one to do it. Looks like Jer is going to as well. So Jordan JT, he's going to be the one who's going to try to overcut here. I'm sure he's loving his pace. We saw him pass Jer on pace alone here on lap 11. Hope for him that doesn't cost him too much time. Set him even, possibly behind Iverbryn Mike. We're going to have to see where Iverbryn Mike comes out here. He was battling with them before he pitted, remember, just a few short laps ago. And as Iverbryn Mike rounds Club Corner here, where is he going to come out? The racing point has started and already going through the start of Abbey, the pit lane portion. We saw him right there on the right side of the screen, starting to get accelerated. So Iverbryn Mike is going to get past Havoc. He's not going to get past Jer. Going to be 1.6 seconds back from Jer. So it looks like that undercut from Iverbryn Mike was just a little bit too early. It ended up costing him a little bit of time. And looks like they came out basically on equal footing. And now into the end of this race, Iverbryn Mike's going to have the more worn tires. So this lap or so is going to be his last chance to catch up. Yuri with a spin here. Big wing damage on that Williams as he spins back into the track. Looking for him, ghosting is off. We're not going to get any accidents because of that. That's going to cost him dearly as he was running very well. He's all the way at the back now in P13. And it looks like Jordan is going to pit now. Damsey's going to take the lead of this race. Damsey with a strong lead here. And like I said, Northman is in P3. He hasn't pitted as well. He doesn't have to pit until the end either. Damsey does have to pit though. So Damsey looks like he's looking at probably as P2 or P3 here by the time he pits. He's got a strong lead to P2 already. He's all alone on the racetrack. And that could be bad news for him. Sometimes you get a little bit complacent. Maybe even the guys behind you start towing each other through DRS and they save time if they're not battling in the corners. Jordan, though, that overcut not working in his favor. He's going to come out behind Ivor Brindmike. He's going to come out behind his teammate. He's actually going to come out behind Havoc as well. And not in a position to fight going into this corner. So Jordan going from P1 here to essentially P5 after this first round of pit stops. And that's absolutely disastrous for Jordan JT, who goes from potentially winning this race to having a fight for the podium here. We're going to have to see him fight hard here as he's trying to close that gap to Havoc. We're getting an absolute cracker on our hands brewing up here in Silverstone. Many cars in contention here, and Jared's gonna have one big gap to close up to Northman. He's on the younger, softer, faster tire compound. He should be able to, provided this lap traffic doesn't hold him up too much. But now we're seeing these guys here that pitted at that first safety car. They're really getting that upper hand. They're on the hard compound tires. I'm talking about Stunek. I'm talking about Northman. Even Kloonberg, I believe, has pitted already. We're going to pull out our stats here. Yeah, so Kloonberg has pitted as well. So these guys are in a great position to get some solid points here tonight, provided they keep it, clean. They keep it on the racetrack. And only Veslovsky in P10, Ikovacic, Killing for Cash, Damsey have not pitted yet. So these guys, we're going to see them drop down the field here soon. Just based some quick mental math here. Silverstone, you lose about 20 seconds. That's the average on all the racetracks. And looks like Damsey should be coming out in around P5 here, maybe even P6 if he loses a little bit too much time prior to his pit stop. So we're and look how close this this leading pack is, and they're closing up on Northman already. We're gonna have one hell of a battle. I really hope there's no safety car, there's no VSC, nothing coming in the way here to get between us and this battle, because let me tell you, if it stays this way and these guys can really bunch up as their strategies predict they will by the end of this race, we're gonna get quite the action in these final 5 or 6 laps. Now Ivor Brindmike making the move on Joseph Cozy. You're actually going to be going side by side. This is one 3-way car battle here in the back. Joseph Cozy getting back ahead here of Ivor Brindmike, and through Maggots and Beckett's he's going to stay ahead. Havoc wants a piece of that cake as well. Look at how close 5 cars here battling for P8 here, but this position means more than just P8. There's 4 guys ahead that have not pitted. This is essentially a battle for 4th place as Ivor Brindmike goes down the inside. Havoc's going to go down the inside as well, as gets a little bit of grass here that's going to slow him down. Joseph Cozy getting through and getting the inside line here. He's going to stick his car ahead. He's going to have the upper hand going into this corner, and Jordan JT is going to have to fall back as he gets past Havoc in this corner, and now Veslovsky is going to be attacking Havoc into turn 1 and going through this flat out Abbey and into farm here. Havoc getting a lot of grass. Oh, Joseph Cozy is going to retire from the session, and he loses it in turn 1, and that's a safety car. So just as we had an amazing battle brewing up, and just as I was saying, I really hope there's no safety car, because it's going to close up all these strategies. We're going to get one intense battle at the end. One of those guys involved in one of those battles spins at turn 1, crashes into the wall, DNFs. That's a safety car. Joseph Cozy in the McLaren is out. That's both McLarens retiring from this race. We still have 12 laps to go. We're going to get a safety car. I wonder who's going to pit here. Catastrophic, very smart here. He's next to the pit. He's going to dive into the pits. Is Yuri going to dive into the pits as well? No, Yuri's going to keep going. What tire is he on? He's on the hards. Oh, Yuri, you could have pitted. That was a free pit stop. That was a free pit stop from Yuri. He's going to choose not to take it. Catastrophic back out on the hards. That one I do not understand. You could you could make those soft tires last between now and the end of this race. Muddock serving a penalty. He's going to put another set of soft tires on. That's a good call. With that safety car going on, you're only going to have about 9 laps of racing to do on them. And unless they're used from qualifying, there's no reason not to do. Oh, look at that, as Stunek almost running right through the back of Killing for Cash. He is going to take out the pit entry board to go along with it, but not picking up penalty. He was coming in very hot here. Very good job avoiding that wreck. Jared's going to stay out. Ikovacic is going to stay out. Damsey is going to pit, but because of that lead Damsey had, he's now in the soft tires, and he's going to be in P1. And so Damsey getting the best of this safety car. Jordan as well, he is going to stay out. Going to be right behind his teammate. Killing for Cash is going to pit. Northman's going to pit as well, giving up position to pit under safety car again, putting the medium tires on. At this point in the race, if you had the soft tires on, I would be putting that on, but understand some drivers have used all their sets either at the start or through qualifying. And as a result, they got to put that harder tire compound on. I believe that's the case for Northman. We did see him quite out there quite a bit there in quali, trying to beat that initial lap time that he set. Ivor Bryn Mike pitting as well, as Stunek pitting, Kozlowski pitting, and Kloonberg pitting. So catastrophic through his pit stop, not gaining any positions, but he is going to close up on the rest of this field here. And let's take a look at our race stats here. Who's got the fastest? Or let's look at our position changes. So Damsey up 11 places. Ikovacic up 16 places. Our biggest gainer so far. Has he pitted though? He has not pitted yet. Ikovacic, what are you doing? You have to pit at least once this race. And you had the option to pit here, and now as the rest of the field catches up, he's actually going to fall all the way back behind Kloonberg regardless, or worse, depending on when he pits. Dragovic he's going to be more of a move-in roadblock here in this leading pack rather than a contender, as he's still, whatever he does, he still has to lose all the positions later on. But position change, yeah, Jared down 2 spots. But still very much in contention. Same with Jordan JT. Havoc up 2 spots as well. Killing for Cash, he's on a very good race himself so far. He's up into P6 after starting P17. Northman down 5 spots, but that's by choice, not that's by design, yeah. Not because of circumstances he can't control. Pitting for better strategy both times. Ivor Bryn Mike pitting for the soft tires as well. He's on a very good strategy. And Stunek, despite that early race incident forcing him to pit on lap 1 or 2, he's back up to where he started in P9. Kozlowski rounding out our top 10. 4 places gained here. And it's Blend Machine here who's the biggest loser on the day, down 16 spots and a DNF after starting in our top 5. Fastest lap here is Jer. So 131.4 from Jer. He's the one of only 3 drivers right now who have set a 131. The other being Havoc with a 131.9 and Ivor Bryn Mike with a 131.8. But a lot of drivers putting on fresh, soft tires here. I should assume, I would hope to see a lot of 131s start popping up soon, as these guys are, yeah, they're getting the temperature in their tires, hoping that our back markers start really catching up here as we can get that safety car in the pits, hopefully this lap, hopefully soon, and get underway. We have 11 laps to go here in Silverstone, 10 by the time this safety car, minimum 10, sorry, by the time this safety car crosses the line. I don't think it's going to be in this lap. We would have gotten notice of that by now. So we're going to get probably 9 laps of racing here at the end. That should let our back markers catch up. That should let the field bunch up. I think we should still get a lot of drama. Hopefully not the kind that ends up with too many DNFs. We're going to see if anybody's maybe running short on fuel. Everyone's just saving their ES as they should. Don't see any low fuel gauges on any of these cars. Looks like everyone's managing their fuels quite well. And yeah, I think that's the roundup of the stats that are accessible to me. Let's take a look at the penalties here. We do have a whole other lap to go, and looks like Catastrophic and Joseph Cozy both making contact with Blinn Machine. I believe that must be what caused the actual retirement, as you can see, Blinn Machine Northman making contact as well. Fallen Monkey's getting terminal damage. No one getting a warning for that collision though, so I'm not sure who was in at fault their deck suffering terminal damage as well. We have a couple of penalties. Ikovic with a 10 seconds for exceeding track limits. 5 seconds for Kloonberg and Muddick. I believe they've served that by now. They all have pitted. Bigu's on a 3-second. J. Mario's on a 3-second. Has anybody in our leading group taken penalties that will affect these, the outcome of this race? Yeah, Northman has a 3-second penalty. So does Jordan JT. So Jordan JT with a penalty as well. That is going to come affect this final standings, and Jared taking a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. So Jared going a little bit too fast under Delta here. He's going to take a 5-second penalty. So looks like both racing points here playing with a disadvantage, playing with a handicap basically on the safety car restart. The leader Dempsey, no penalties. I haven't even seen his name in the warnings. And Havoc as well, no penalties. So as long as they stay close here and they stay within that penalty gap, unless Jer served that 5-second penalty in the pits, which he did not yet because he just received it, they're going to be in a very good position to win. Look how eager Ikovic is to get started. He's already got about 16 seconds of penalties, so he should really lay off there and not get in the way. We don't want any incidents or DNFs due to someone who realistically does not stand a shot at winning. Safety car getting in the pits here. Our drivers are about to get started. And yeah, look at how much Dempsey just absolutely gunned it ahead of the field here, getting a great jump on what seemed to be like a sleeping Ikovic. And that's going to hold up Jaron Jordan. That's good news for, we have a yellow flag, and Havoc is out of the race. What's happened to Havoc? He spun it. He spun it on the main street, crashed into the big wall, and he's retired. So Havoc is out of this race. No safety car, no VSC here. That's another contender. We have 5 DNFs already so far. And potentially more to come. Still a yellow flag in Sector 3. That should get cleared out fairly soon, I would hope. But for now, yeah, Jared's going to get the position on Ikovic. Jordan should get the position very soon. Look at the run Jordan gets here. He's going to stick it right through and going to hold on to it. Great racing from these guys, keeping it very clean. Looks like the Red Bulls are fighting here, going close to side. Oh, they're going to go side by side. What a move by Iverbryn Mike, going around the outside of Maggots. And then through Beckett's, he's going to hold on to the position. Just absolutely sent that car in there, made it stick. Great move from that Red Bull driver, and getting 6th place. Northman going to make the move on Ikovic now, as Ikovic is just starting to drop down the field. He's on those used medium tires. Everyone else around him is on fresh tires, and he's going to pit now. So that's going to cost him absolutely dearly. He's going to be last of the running cars. So Ikovic is kind of throwing his own race away here, I do have to say. Dempsey with a 2.6 second lead. That is going to start to fall now, as Jared has no traffic ahead of him, and as he's going through the loop into Aintree here, going very slow here, not the kind of cornering you want to do when you're defending from a guy like Jer. Student getting past Killing for Cash. Actually, they're going to be fighting side by side here, and Killing for Cash is going to stick ahead of the Mercedes. Student picking up some wing damage at some point. Not sure if that came from this altercation or maybe a little bit earlier, possibly during safety car even, but he does. Killing for Cash goes around, and that's going to force everyone to take evasive action here. Student doing a very good job avoiding that Red Bull. Killing for Cash just losing the rear end here, downshifting a little bit too much, possibly locking the rear tires, and that sending that rear end around. He's going to lose 2 positions as a result of that. And Jamer Mario, who's seemingly recovered from what was a horrendous start, is actually going to be making a move for P6, going around the outside of Astunik into Maggots, and he's through Beckett's. He's going to stick with it. So good move from Jamer Mario here. We saw him spinning around about 3 times early in this race, and now he's in P6. Great recovery. Muddock has a slight issue here through Cop's corner. He's managed to keep that out of the wall. He's still in this race. Jordan GT, got passed by Northman. I must have missed that. That must have happened on the back straight. Now Jordan GT in P4, gonna have to fight with that Mercedes. He's been having an absolutely great race so far. Northman as well recovered from 2 strategic pit stops here to get his car back onto the podium. Dempsey racing so well as well. 2.1 seconds ahead here. Kloonberg and Killing for Cash, they're still going at it, as Kloonberg now is going to be the beneficiary of that position. He's going to chase down Astunik, who's, I learned today, is actually, you're supposed to pronounce it Asunik. That T is silent. So it's going to take me a little bit of time to get that pronunciation down, but apparently it is Asunik. So get that through your heads, and I'll try to get it through mine, as he's chasing down here Jamer Mario in the Renault. Looks like the front of our pack has a... actually, it has not calmed down. Look at Iverbryn Mike right on the back of Jordan JT. So Jordan JT not really having the restart that he wanted here. He's already lost his teammate. He was... those guys were working very well together, and he's gotten Northman between himself and his teammate. He was going to have Iverbryn Mike between himself and Northman, as Iverbryn Mike goes right down the inside. That's a very easy move from that Red Bull. But he's not going to put up too much of a fight. He knows his battle is just to kind of hang in there and hope that someone ahead makes a mistake. Damsey setting the fastest lap time of the race, increasing his gap to JR by just a little bit. Your Northman beating that lap time though on the medium tires. It's a 130.4 from Northman. We hear a big lockup here from Iverbryn Mike there. Didn't see it happen on the right front tire. So that's going to cost him a little bit of time. Jordan JT not going to be able to take the advantage of most of that, as he still sits 0.8 seconds back of the Red Bull. That is within the RS range. He should be able to close up here on this back straight, but not enough to make a move. I think he is saving ERS here, mounting possibly what is an attack on the back straight. The main one, not this small one. Other battles on track here. Kozlowski and Catastrophic are certainly getting very close to each other. We might see them battling here soon. And going through this old back straight here through Cop's corner. Looks like Catastrophic not going to be in position to make a move just yet. 0.3 seconds though into Maggots, as Kozlowski rides up on the grass just a tiny bit here, and that's going to cost him a little bit of time. Catastrophic should be able to mount an attack here as long as he doesn't go wide. He gets a big moment there. We saw that car wiggle. He's open the DRS. He's going to go down the inside. Catastrophic definitely having worthy run there as he takes control of the last point. Oh no, he's not. Kozlowski turns in on him. Oh, that's going to be a penalty from Kozlowski. Catastrophic, there's nothing he could do. Put that car in there cleanly, stuck his ground, and Kozlowski just turning in on Catastrophic. Don't know if he didn't see him. I don't know if maybe Catastrophic drifted wide a little bit, but that certainly looks like something that's going to have to be investigated by the stewards here. And wow, that Renault not making any friends out there. That's very unfortunate for Catastrophic. He falls back down to P12. Kloonberg in P9, kind of pulling away from his teammate, especially after that last incident. Asunik, sorry, is going to be the closest man on track to another car right now, as he's trying to catch up to Jamer Mario. Still not able to get past that Renault, but as we've seen before, we will see it with Damsey shortly, I believe. Those soft tires aren't going to last forever, and they're going to be nearing the end of their life here late into the race. Those medium tires are going to be the tire you want to be on in the final 2-3 laps. Going a little bit wide there, does Asunik. He has time penalties. Not sure if that's going to affect anything here, because he could stand to lose 2 positions here depending on time penalties, as Kloonberg's very close to him. Gets the grass there. That's going to lose him some time on this main straight, possibly a position here as Kloonberg gets a little bit tempty there. Goes around the outside. Kloonberg is going to make it sick. He is. Kloonberg goes around the outside of Asunik into the sector 3 here, and Asunik not able to mount a challenge or any sort of fight back here as he drops down to P8, and looks like I was going to say those mean tires are going to be the tire you want to be on at the end of the race. Looks like they're not the tire you want to be on just yet, as he's losing position after position. And now Kloonberg is going to lose the rear end. Oh, keeps it out of the wall. Just what a good save by Kloonberg there. Keep that car running. And still in one piece. He's going to go back out on track there. Should still be in P10. So he should still be gaining positions here. But unfortunately for Kloonberg, we've seen a lot of cars just lose the rear end around here on Silverstone, locking the rear, maybe downshifting too early, and that rear end just steps out. Jamer Mario struggling a little bit with overheating tires. We saw him lock up there and going just a little bit wide there as he was going through left field, but that's not. Oh, Asunik. Oh, takes a penalty on the inside there. Forces him to go wide. I don't know if he's going to pick up another penalty for that, but that's going to possibly come and dictate where he's going to finish here. I think Jamer Mario only has 3 seconds himself. So, Asunik, unfortunately for him, it looks like 7th. Maybe as high as he reaches here on this order. Northman very close to Jer here at the front. So we're going to tune back into our lead fight here. Both of them closing up to Damsey, but not closing up enough. Damsey with just absolutely excellent pace so far. 1.7 seconds ahead here. Only 3 laps to go. And it's like Asunik going to get past Jamer Mario, I think. But Jamer Mario must have made a mistake or something, because Asunik closed up that gap quite a bit. Those penalties are going to come back and affect this battle, though. So not going to cheer just yet for Asunik as he gets past the Renault. Still feels better to finish higher up on track. Jared 1.5 seconds back of Northman now. And we're just going to tune in here and let these two kind of take us away here as we go through this second half of the lap. Beautiful sound of cars there going through the second half of this track. Looks like Northman has lost just a tiny bit of time there to Jer. Both of them, though, gaining to Dempsey, and now Jer, if he can keep this up, he will be within DRS range of that Toro Rosso on this middle straight here, and definitely will be on the hangar straight. He is already, so Jer is going to have DRS here, and with only a lap and a half to go, looks like Dempsey's finally going to be starting to feel some pressure from that lead. Closing up here through Brooklands and Luffield, 0.5 seconds the gap now. Northman closing up as well. We have a yellow flag in sector 1. I don't see any car sideways, so I'm not sure what that's for. But look at that, it's 3 cars within a second of each other. 1.1 seconds covers the 3, actually. Dempsey going a little bit wide here through Beckett's, but that's not going to come in effect too much, as Jer is actually trying to fight back Northman. And instead of mounting an attack here, looks like Jer is actually going to be defending into this corner. And let's pull up our telemetry here so that we can see who's got what. Looks like it looks like Dempsey here, he's got the upper hand. He's going to be able to do this whole last lap here in hot lap mode. And meanwhile, Jarrett and Northman, they're going to have to scrape by with what they got. Yuri has been disqualified from the session. Not sure what for, possibly too many penalties. or just being parked somewhere. Northman picks up a penalty. That's going to come in effect this final standings. He already had one. I believe this puts him at more penalties than Jer. But Damsey's still leading 0.3 seconds. This is where it's going to get interesting on this straight with the DRS. And going through here, we want to get a good exit for Jerry. He's going to be very, very close. He's going to peek down the inside. He's getting close. He's going to get... Oh, he's not going to do it this time. We're going for a switchback and through left field here. Let's see what he does. Just sticking close. Yeah, he knows that if he makes a move now, Damsey has a chance on that back straight with the DRS to make the move, to make that move back. But what Jared does not know is that Damsey still has 40% ERS. He can just stick it on overtake that whole back straight. It's going to be very hard for Jared to get by. It's going to be very hard for Northman to get by, but they're so close. Look at this, 0.3 between Jared and Damsey, 0.2 between Jared and Northman. And through this back straight, we're going to see the DRS flaps open. Everyone giving it their all here on the last lap in Silverstone. Is Jared going to be close enough to make a move? I think Damsey is going to hold on here. And Jared, he's going to get a lot closer. Damsey taking it easy through this corner. You don't want to lose it all now. And Northman may be thinking about it. No, it looks like gonna have to just hope that there's a mistake being made here through this final corner, and looks like there won't be. Damsey's gonna come home and win the Silverstone Grand Prix, win the British Grand Prix here, and for ISRL, that's the last win of season 1 here. Damsey with an excellent race, excellent tire strategy, gets himself ahead and then holds off Jared and Northman, both of them just fighting so hard to catch up to that Toro Rosso. Jared crossing the line in second, Northman in third. Iverbryn Mike just missing out on the podium there in 4th place. And Jordan JT, he had a magnificent race, running so good all weekend long, all day long, and finishing home in 5th. Stunek with a great recovery. He was P18 at one point, finishing P6. Jamer Mario in 7th. Kloonberg in 8th. Killing for Cash in 9th. Kozlovsky finishing in 10th. He gets the last point position. We will have to see about that, though. He may pick up a penalty for that incident with Catastrophic. But Damsey with a huge win there. Big round of applause for the Toro Rosso driver. That was an absolute masterclass performance, masterclass driving over there. And that's it. Guys, that's the end of ISRL Season 1. Muddock is crossing the line here, and this is the last driver to cross the line for our first season. I just want to say thank you for everyone who's raced with us in Season 1. Thank you to everyone who's completed a lap in Season 1. Thank you for everyone who's watched a live stream in Season 1. This was the first season as a league. It was my first season running a league, and honestly, like, I had so much fun doing it. We have a great team here at ISRL, great group of guys who are always willing to help make this league better and, race strong and just provide good entertainment, good quality racing, and cannot wait for Season 2 and beyond. We're going to see you guys next Saturday for the first technical launch of our Season 2. I'm not sure if it's going to be live streamed yet, but in case it is not, Sunday, 3 live streams. Tier 3, Tier 2, Tier 1, back to back to back. Tier 1 has full qualifying now, and we are going to see you guys next weekend. Season 2 starting right away. We want to get it in time before F1 2020 comes out so we can get on the ground running and really get competitive early on that game. So, thank you guys for joining in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe on this video. Like our Facebook page as well to not miss any news, updates, posts, results, whatever you want. Anything regarding ISRL. I'm ISRL Knight. I was alone in the commentary booth today. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend.